I just thought I'd put that out for your benefit.
So this will be the last podcast we should. I'll be here with a new host.
I understand your hatred of courage.
It just wasn't my show. It
Oh,
wasn't
that's
my
fair.
show.
So, old 90s and 80s TV shows.
Old 90s and 80s TV shows.
What do you remember watching as a kid?
I don't even know how old this is. Before I make this, man, I gotta see when it came out because I don't want to be. It maybe be a decade before the 80s.
You can do 70s. I have some 70s.
Okay. If we're gonna do that, then Mama's Family.
Mama's Family. Oh, okay.
Loved it.
I never really got into that.
Loved it with a passion. Me and my mom. I think maybe it's a nostalgia thing.
Yeah.
Because back when I was a kid, me and my mom would sit down at night, and just watch Mama's Family and shit like that. Where it was actually I believe it started out as an SNL skit.
Did it?
But then it was so popular, it got its own TV show. I could be wrong about that, but I believe that's how it started.
Maybe I'm thinking of Mod, but it wasn't that. Mod. I'm thinking of Mod. Yeah, I confuse the two. I've never seen Mama's Family.
Mama's Family. They have a lot of it on YouTube. You should take the time just to go watch a few skits. And if y'all kids never watched Mama's Family, y'all should go watch a few skits.
That was your sitcom? Like, if you had to pick a sitcom, that's your sitcom.
Maybe there's a lot of nostalgia tied to it, but I love Mama's Family. Of course, after that it goes Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
If I had to pick a sitcom, it's Three's Company's, hands down.
I mean, Three's Company, it's okay. It wasn't bad.
And Cheers. I've been rewatching Cheers.
Oh, I couldn't get into Cheers.
Cheers is genius,
Couldn't get into it. But, that's right. I clumped Cheers up with Jag.
Oh, I couldn't get into Jag.
Because it was just like, I just felt like it was for the older crowd. I was
I was watching Cheers as a kid. I'm watching that. Cheers is great.
I guess I'm going to take your word for it. I'm gonna have to go. I guess I'll have to go back and watch it. Because,
if you like writing, Cheers is the show for you.
And I do love writing. So, I had to check it out. But that's right up there. Also, Frasier.
Frasier's a spinoff, yeah. I'm going to watch that next. I have one more season of Cheers, then I'm going to watch that because the new Frasier starts soon on the 12th.
I love Kelsey. Is his name Kelsey Grammer? I love Kelsey Grammer as an actor, but I didn't like Frasier.
You just liked him as Beast?
No, I liked him as have you ever seen Under... what's that movie? Under
Siege?
No, no.
Is that a Steven Seagal movie?
It's a Steven Seagal movie. Kelsey Grammer. Down Periscope.
Yeah, I have actually seen that. Yeah.
Fucking love Down Periscope. When that fat dude come out there and farts while they're all on the sonar, I die laughing every time.
I didn't think you were starting out with a sitcom. I wasn't actually thinking of sitcoms when I was talking about like old TV shows. I was thinking more like dramas and stuff.
When you tell me 90s TV shows, 90s
sitcoms. Sitcoms are fun. We can talk about sitcoms.
I mean, if we want to go, you talking about that? I guess we can go Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World is a sitcom though.
That's what What do you think of?
I was thinking of like Highlander.
Highlander's great. What's that Kung Fu with Kung Fu with David Carradine?
I don't know if that's his name, but there was a show called Kung Fu, and then had a spinoff like The Legend Continues.
Yeah, that's the stuff I watched.
That was pretty good.
Highlander and Kung Fu.
I loved Highlander. Did you watch the movies?
Man, it's been so long.
The first one is genius. The sequels kind of suck. The first one is genius, but the show, man, Duncan McLeod, the Clan McLeod.
Yeah.
Was born in the Highlands of Scotland. Like, I love it. And the Prince of the I love that they had Queen as their intro for the movie and the show. Different songs from Queen. Like, whoever was in charge of those rights was like, let's just double down on Queen.
Oh man, so that's what I mean, man. If we're going like that, then I don't know then, because I watched a lot of. I guess they'd be considered sitcoms, but when you say 90s, 80s, 70s TV shows.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking like dramas and stuff like that. Like so, Highlander's high up. Quantum Leap.
Never watched it.
You never watched Quantum Leap? It's this genius show. So you know who Scott Bakula is? He's on one of the CSI shows now. He was on Enterprise. He was the captain, Jonathan Archer. You never watched Star Trek, did you?
Not at all. My grandpa was a Star Trek nerd. I never got into Star Trek.
I have a story about Star Trek we'll get to in a moment. But Quantum Leap is there's a new Quantum Leap out now that's like a sequel series. None of the original characters, but they reference the first show in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about this guy who invents a time machine, but then he gets stuck. So every time he gets stuck in the past, but he's not in his own body. He can only travel in his time, and he inhabits other people's bodies. And then he has to write something that went wrong, and then he jumps. And he keeps hoping that the next jump is literally from the theme of the song. We'll take him home.
Yeah.
But it's just him solving problems throughout history. It's the most insane, genius show. It's an anthology show, clearly. But it's just great. And then the only person who knows him is Al, a guy from his own time who's a hologram. All of this is explained, by the way, in the intro. Like, literally, it's just them talking, explaining the plot in the intro.
You know a TV show's bad when you have to explain it all in the intro just so people will get it. I tell you, man.
Well, because this was a time when people weren't watching shows like they are now. They weren't serialized. Every episode was episodic. So they wanted to get the plot to you
without you having to start over. Or without
having to have a clunky scene where, remember when I got stuck in time?
I mean...
Oh, yeah. Remember you're my hologram friend? Just
do what the Lone Ranger always did. Just hopped on a white horse and ran down the desert for like 20 minutes in their intro.
I like how you go Lone Ranger. I would have went Zorro.
I mean... Like I said, Zorro's cool too. You know, the original Zorro?
Yeah, the black and white one. I love that show.
Loved it.
I just bought the bootleg copy on DVD at Comic-Con because I can never find
bought a bootleg copy.
Allegedly. Like if they had the like legitimate DVD set, I'd buy it, but I can't find it anywhere.
Allegedly.
Have you used to watch it? I used to watch it like midnight at Disney Channel. They would have that on.
Yeah, I used to watch all that, man. Midnight, because you know Disney Channel at midnight used to be like nothing but kind of like westerns.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and then once you stayed up till 3:00 in the morning, you got what is it? Where like Mickey Mouse.
Oh, you are young.
No, man.
When you had cable as a kid. There's a certain basic table. Remember when TV would end?
Yeah, and then you had to watch the advertisements, and then
No. It would just end. There would be a point when there was
you're talking about that,
and then TV would end.
Yeah. But no, I'm talking about like me and my man. What the hell was that? It's not the house. Well, I got the House of Mouse stuck in my head, but that's not it.
Mickey Mouse Club, like Britney Spears.
Yes, the Mickey Mouse Club. Yeah, we watched.
I never watched that.
No.
Never watched it. That was before my time.
Young Britney.
I say it's Three's Company and
that
Zorro.
Was before my time. Yet he likes to remind me about how he's older than me. Sit your grandpa looking ass down.
And also, I was just like Zorro, which is for the 50s.
Man, you had young Britney Spears, young Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, there were a lot of people on there.
Oh yeah. A lot of people don't know.
You gotta watch Quantum Leap though.
Oh man. Woo.
So good.
Would you look at the time?
Sliders. One of my first favorite TV show before Buffy took the spot. My favorite TV show was Sliders. You ever watch that?
Mm-mm. I stayed you're talking about that sounds like some channel 33 type shit.
It started on Fox and then went to Sci-Fi Channel. It's about this guy who invents basically a remote control. They call it a timer, and it opens portals to parallel universes. But then, get this. They get stuck, and they keep opening the next
Why do I keep thinking anything Quantum Leap-esque you're all for?
You know what? Until I was explaining it right now, I never realized how those plots are basically the same.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, they're stuck, and they're trying to get home.
Jesus, man.
It's a good premise.
I mean... And we're not worried about it getting wore out then, huh? Because I feel like, and I say most recently, but, you ever watch...
This exact same plot. I never put that together before this conversation.
I mean, like, you ever watch going back to it, I know it's, Disney Channel movies. Did you ever watch those?
Oh, a bunch of them, yeah.
Yeah, remember Time Stopper?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it gives me Time Stopper vibes, just stopping time, and then doesn't it eat away your life or something? Or?
Well, that was that. This isn't that. This is, although the ending of Quantum Leap was very depressing.
Something tells me he didn't make it home.
Literally, just spoiler alert for those who care. The last episode is just a regular episode, and then in words on the bottom, Sam Beckett never made it home. It's like, why? Why add that? Why would you add that?
One last kick in the nuts as we dip out.
It was such an unnecessary thing to add. No. But those were good. So you didn't watch any Star Trek shows?
No, I never got into Star Trek.
Sequest?
No. The only Sequest I got into was that
C-Lab
2021 or whatever it was. That shit was good.
That shit was
fucking
funny
a
as
dolphin
hell.
or some shit.
Okay, The Crow.
No. That was
That was a movie. I was talking about the TV show.
Oh, okay. No, I never watched it.
Movie's genius, though.
But you're talking about stuff that came on basic cable. And,
Yeah.
No, man.
Some of this was network.
I mean, because once again, when you tell me TV shows, I go to Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince is good.
I go to Boy Meets World. I go to.
I just figured sitcoms could be its own conversation. I wanted to talk about more in-depth shows, but it doesn't seem like you watched any of these.
I watched Smallville.
Smallville would count.
Smallville. Okay, I watched a lot. I watched the first season of Smallville.
Did you ever watch Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman?
No, all right, so this is gonna be kind of asinine, but fuck it.
You think Terry Hatcher's ugly? I think she's gorgeous.
No, not at all. I don't even. No. I feel like. What was the cat's name? Henry Cavill. Cavill.
That's the new Superman. From Lois and Clark, it was Dean Cain.
Right. Lois and Clark is how?
That was the '90s TV show.
No, I never watched it. I thought you were talking about the new one.
Know what I was talking about?
I thought you were talking about the new one.
The new movies.
Not movies, but it's a new series.
show. That's Tyler. I forget the dude from Teen Wolf TV show.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I love him. He's great. He's the best Superman we've had in a long time. Have you watched the show? He's so good as Superman. Why don't you like him?
He's not Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, oh my dear Lord. Henry Cavill has the Andrew Garfield effect. He was a great actor who knew the character and loved it, but had horrible scripts. Those movies were trash.
They weren't great, but no one can outdo Henry Cavill. I'm sorry,
Christopher Reeve,
okay,
George Reeve.
You do not put Christopher Reeves in this conversation. I'm talking about
George Reeves?
New age.
Okay, well, George Reeves was before Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves is my Superman. That's who I grew up on.
Brendan Ruth, not in the movie, but when they brought him back on the TV show.
You're talking about Superman Return?
Yeah, the movie sucked. But when they brought him back in the
talking
Arrowverse, fucking nailed it.
That was
he nailed it. Brendan Ruth.
Who played the Superman in Supergirl?
It's the same dude in the new TV show. The new TV show's a spin-off.
I didn't like him at all.
He's great. He is great. Oh my God, you're one of those. Oh, Superman should be moody and broody and be like Batman. No, that's not Superman.
Not if my Superman ever got like Batman, I'd probably.
That was Henry Cavill's Superman.
No, I don't know. I don't believe.
I don't. Be upset all the time, and it wasn't his fault. It was Zack Snyder's, and I love Zack Snyder and everything he's done. But comic book,
I just feel like Henry Cavill with a better script would have been.
He would have, but he didn't get that script. So the movies we got were subpar.
Still upset.
Subpar.
The movies with Henry Cavill were subpar.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just upset we never got a Henry Cavill Superman series.
Okay, but the dude from the TV show was good. Stop judging him by this asinine thing.
I told you it was going to be asinine. I laid it out before this conversation.
That is fair. You
did. I literally warned you it was going to be an asinine comment.
You know what? You did.
I know.
Did you ever watch the Incredible Hulk TV show?
The Incredible Hulk, the 70s?
Yes.
Yeah.
Another show where it's like he can't go home, so he's just constantly moving from town to town.
Yeah.
There's something about that plot that I just love.
And here comes another one. Eric Bana. Oh, who was the Hulk in the movies? The very first.
I was going to say that's not a show. That's the actor who played the Hulk in the
Hulk.
Yeah,
I know.
The worst one.
No, it's fantastic.
What?
It was fantastic.
He made the Absorbing Man his dad. It was so stupid.
It was great. Loved it. Every second. Eric Bana is my Hulk. No one else. Fuck you. What's his name? The new Hulk?
Mark Ruffalo?
Fuck you, Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo's the...
Trash. If I ever meet you in person, Mark, you're trash. And I'm going to tell you, you're trash.
Take the Hulk aside. Mark Ruffalo is brilliant in everything he does.
False.
Name a bad Mark Ruffalo movie.
Every single Hulk movie. Look, fuck you, Mark Ruffalo. Fuck you. All right, in your face.
Your views are just off the wall bonkers.
You and me, Mark.
What about Ed Norton?
Edward Norton?
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. It was all right. I'm not a Mark Ruffalo fan. It's just...
Where did Mark Ruffalo touch you? Show us on the doll.
No, you ever see somebody's face that you just want to punch over? Mark Ruffalo got a punch
From all
face.
reports, he's like the nicest guy ever.
No, he's a dick. Just
Based off of what?
Based off me. Over and over and over and over again. Hi, Mark. If you ever see this, no, I'm coming for you.
Hi, Mark. Have you seen The Room? Did you ever watch? I showed it to you. Did you ever watch it?
I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Oh, we got to do an episode where we watch The Room and then talk about it afterwards.
I mean, we could do a reaction once I figure it out.
Oh, The Room is the funny. But there's a line in it where he just goes, he's like, what is she doing? Why is she talking? Oh, hi, Mark. It's just so like...
Mark, man, I know we're getting off topic again. That's for a conversation. I hate you, Mark.
I love you, Mark.
I hate you.
My love for you is so strong that it's more than triple his hatred.
No one can hate you as much as I do. I am
right,
number one.
I love you, Mark. Mark Ruffalo is a genius actor. From all reports, he's a really nice guy.
From all reports, he's a douche.
You can't be the only person reporting and then say from
I
all
am
reports.
reporting. It's all reports. You're a douche, Mark.
Oh, dear Lord.
Wash it, okay?
I love Mark Ruffalo. All right. But we were talking about the Incredible Hulk TV show.
Yeah, no.
With Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, it was good.
This show was genius.
The show was great. I really did like it. It was one of those, I watched it with my grandpa a lot.
Did you ever watch the movies?
No, I never watched the movies.
Oh, they were great. It was the Return of the Incredible Hulk, which had Thor in it. Because they brought in Thor. The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, which was Stan Lee's first cameo in a comic book project.
Oh, that's cool.
And they brought in Daredevil and the Kingpin. And the Kingpin actor was the dude from Indiana Jones, but more importantly, Sliders. And then the last one was called The Death of the Incredible Hulk. $10 if you can guess the ending of that movie.
He didn't die.
No, you'd be wrong. You owe me $10.
Lunch is on me, I guess.
You ever watch Hercules and Xena?
Yeah, loved it.
Love those shows. I love those
shows. But once again, you talk about Hercules and Xena. I mean, I guess I could see where where that would be a TV show, because to me that screams.
What do you qualify them as?
Sick. Those are just episodic sitcoms. Like that's what that is.
Those aren't sitcoms.
That's what I'm saying. Like we should have, laid down boundaries, because.
Yeah. I just figured. I meant like more drama shows and more
right.
I
get that now.
Because Hercules and Xena are genre. They're not sitcoms.
I mean, episodic. If you're an episodic series, it kind of gives me like TV show vibes. It's a TV show.
But we're talking about TV shows. Those are TV shows.
But
I just said I wasn't. I was like, we could have a whole episode about sitcoms.
Because isn't Boy Meets World?
But that's a sitcom.
But it's depressing in some points, and it tells a story. It's a continuity story, because then it recalls back in some situations.
It does.
So that's why I was like,
all right. Boy Meets World, I'll give you. But workplace and family shows, which Boy Meets World kind of qualifies off, are generally sitcoms. I was trying to talk about more like genre shows.
I mean, I get it now.
I get
it now. But I was just trying to figure out. Okay, so you went Hercules and Xena. I mean, ain't nothing wrong.
Gabrielle, I always thought was so beautiful.
Lucy Lawless.
Everyone goes Xena, and Xena's beautiful. Lucy Lawless is a goddess. I'm not gonna lie, but Gabrielle, there was something about her.
I mean,
and Aphrodite.
Don't remember Aphrodite.
The goddess of love and beauty.
I mean, I know who she is in Greek mythology. I just don't remember her character in Xena.
Iolaus, I always loved the episodes where Iolaus and Hercules would fight over women. I always thought that was funny as well.
I tell you, man.
It's such a great show.
But Kevin Sorbo as Hercules is probably one of the best casting choices.
I think so too.
Like, Kevin Sorbo is just fantastic.
Did you ever see his other show, Andromeda?
I have not.
Oh,
it's been on my to-do list for sure.
It's kind of like because it's also by Gene Roddenberry, the guy who did Star Trek,
right?
And it's kind of like even though Star Trek has now done this, but what if the Federation collapsed?
Yeah,
and that's what Andromeda is. Dude gets stuck in like a black hole, and then when he gets out of it, it's 300 years later, and the Commonwealth, which was their federation, had collapsed, and he's trying to rebuild it. That's the premise of the whole show. Sorry, but it's so good.
I might have to check it out.
It's a lot darker than Star Trek, but it's really good.
Because like anything with Kevin Sorbo, I'm in. Like, how you feel about Mark Ruffalo? Trash. Is how I feel about Kevin Sorbo. Like, anything he's in, I'm there. 100%. I don't even care. Like, I hated Meet the Spartans, but I loved it strictly for Kevin Sorbo. Like, I know what Meet the Spartans is.
Yeah.
It was
a spoof, right? Yeah.
You know, so I didn't expect anything good out of it anyways. But Kevin Sorbo having a breakdance battle with the Persians.
Have you seen Young Hercules?
Yes, enjoyed it. It wasn't bad at all. I mean, it wasn't.
It's not as good as the regular.
It's not as good as the regular, but it did okay.
Yeah.
You know, in some of their plots, but you know, I tell you what. I'm sorry, I just thinking about Kevin Sorbo breakdancing now.
I know you're such a big Kevin Sorbo fan.
Huge, man. I mean, I'll even watch his rom-com type shit.
He does rom-coms?
It was this movie called, I call it a rom-com because it wasn't like hardcore or anything, but it's called Stormy, I think is what it was called.
I've never seen it.
So basically, he's this rancher who gets a donkey and he doesn't want anything to do with
So rom-com with Kevin Sorbo and a donkey. I don't know.
Hold on. I'm not done. So Kevin Sorbo is this loner rancher, and his sister.
His ex-sister.
His ex-wife or his sister drops off their.
It's a big difference.
Their daughter. You gotta remember, man. I haven't seen the movie in years, but drops off their daughter because I think it's his sister.
Oh, so
because
like
his sister and her husband are divorcing or something like that because her husband stole a ton of money, and so she wants their daughter away from it while they get it figured out. So they push their daughter to go live with Kevin Sorbo, and Kevin Sorbo, who's this gritty rancher who doesn't deal with kids,
doesn't sound like a rom-com.
Then he meets, and then they go to an auction, and where she talks him into buying a donkey because she wants to. The girl wants to, I guess, have something to do or care for.
So the dog.
Plot, and so in meeting,
the dog was too simple.
I know, right? And so in meeting, Kevin Sorbo is talking to this. I think she's a veterinarian.
Oh, okay.
And then
that's where the rom-com comes.
That's where and so now Kevin Sorbo's turning into this whole different person where he's becoming a lot less gritty, and then it's about Stormy. It is the name of the donkey that the girl is raising, and then the donkey fights off wolves.
The donkey fights off
wolves.
This movie is wild.
Yo, when you have a chance, check out Stormy, dog.
This movie is. I just want to watch it just to see the donkey fight off wolves.
Yeah, or like she was riding, and then I guess the donkey saw a snake and it bucked her and it took off running. Then like wolves started surrounding the girl, so the Stormy comes back and starts, you know, fighting off the wolves to save her life. And I'm just like, wait.
I gotta watch it just for that scene. I don't care about the rest of the movie. I just want to see a donkey fight wolves.
Anyways, Kevin Sorbo was in it, so I was like, I really love this movie. But Kevin Sorbo.
Battlestar Galactica? Original or remake?
No, I never got into sci-fis like that. Like,
I bet you like sci-fi. You said you like sci-fi movies?
I like sci-fi movies, but Battlestar Galactica, it's not that I didn't start getting into sci-fi movies until way later in life.
The original series is very corny, I'll grant you that.
Yeah.
But the remake is genius.
And I'm trying to figure out where it all fits in because my uncle, he is huge Battlestar Galactica.
The remake or the original?
All of them.
Oh, the original. I used to love the original so much so that when they announced the remake, I was like, you can't make Starbuck a woman. And then 5 minutes into the remake, I was like, oh no, this is the only Starbuck that ever matters.
Yeah, I mean, I think what really spurred me to go back and have Andromeda on my was that Andromeda or Battlestar?
That's what we're talking about. Andromeda was
Battlestar Galactica on my list is because I know you don't game, but I play God of War. And the new God of War...
I haven't played the new one, but I played the originals.
Yeah, but the new God of War is voice acted and motion capped by... what's his name? Barlog? Oh, what's his name? Hold on. God of War. Voice actor. his name? Christopher Judge.
He's not from Battlestar Galactica. He's from SG-1, Stargate.
Right. So he's not from Battlestar Galactica.
He's from Stargate.
Maybe I'm thinking from. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's the dude from Stargate.
Okay, so Stargate is the one I want to start. I don't know anything about the one you're talking about.
Because I was like, Christopher Jones, that's Teal'c.
Yeah.
So Battlestar Galactica is the 12 colonies of man, and basically the 12 constellation signs of the 12 colonies.
Right.
They build machines.
Like horoscope? Because their 12 constellations are based off the horoscope. Yeah.
The horoscopes are based
the
on
horoscope.
12
Yeah, that's what I meant. I had it flipped. That's what I meant. We don't believe in your horoscopity.
So the 12 colonies of man are all named after those, and they believe in like the Greek gods and stuff like that. But they very technologically advanced, and they build robots to be house servants. Everything. It's where humanity is headed with AI taking over everything. And the AI rebels. There's a war. Then there's a peace treaty, and the show starts after I think 40 years of peace between them, where they haven't seen the Cylons in all that time, and the Cylons come and fuck shit up. And so the humans are now looking for the mythical 13th colony called Earth. Genius show. Stargate, you got to start with the movie, even though there's different actors in it. But it's about, they find this Stargate in the middle of Egypt. And if you dial it correctly, it will take you to other planets. So the movie is really just dealing with this one other planet. But the show, every time they're going into different planets, and they're dealing with the Egyptian gods, who turn out aren't really gods. It's very much a Star Trek thing, whereas they're not really gods. They're technologically advanced aliens who pretended to be gods and enslaved humans. Right. But the humans on Earth, which is our home planet, rebelled and kicked them off of Earth and then buried the Stargate. And so now we're exploring the galaxy and meeting other creatures. And meeting other species and stuff like that. Richard Dean Anderson from MacGyver is the lead. Oh,
I'd watch that.
Yeah, that's what Stargate is.
Okay.
And then so the show's called SG-1. And then there's Stargate Atlantis, which is a spin-off show where they find a portal to the other side of the galaxy. And so they set up another base there and start exploring that galaxy. And then there's Stargate Universe, which I only saw a few episodes of. I need to finish it, but it's they're on a spaceship traveling and exploring, as now we're going out into space, not just through the Stargate, but through actual space. Very great series. Great. I'm gonna have to. Great Star Trek.
Because I really like Christopher Judge's acting. And
he's genius. And I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen him lately, but when he was playing Teal'c, he could have easily played God of War in like a movie. But I haven't seen him lately.
Well, there's a big thing about that right now.
Like I said, I haven't seen him since Stargate ended, but he had the physique for it back then.
I just don't think, I personally, and I'm probably going to get a lot of negative on this one as well. I don't think, as much as I love Christopher Judge as a mocap actor and a voice actor, I don't think he would be great for Kratos in a live action.
Why?
I just think he doesn't look and fit the bill.
Watch Stargate and then see if you still have that opinion.
Because, and once again, here's what, this is what Kratos looks like now, right? I mean, you've seen what he looks like now. He's got like that right there. I don't think Mike Judge could pull that look off.
He easily could have when he was doing Stargate.
When he was doing Stargate. But this is who I really want, if he gets back into bodybuilding and get his stuff back
Triple H?
Triple H, he actually has photos of his beard a lot lower. Yeah. I think Triple H getting back into his bodybuilding, bulking back up for the role. I think Triple H would be great.
Stargate, I think, ended 10 years ago. Then it was like a 10-year show. So when I think of Christopher Judge, I think of him, I guess, close to 20 years ago.
Yeah. And
I'm like, he could easily do it, but I haven't seen him what he looks like now.
We got to see what he looks like now, because, I mean, I've seen what he looks like.
20 years ago, he definitely could have pulled it off without any real effort. Because I feel like Teal'c is kind of a similar character.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's got the build. I just don't think he has the face for it. Like, him now, I
think he can still pull it off.
I don't think so, man.
Oh, I think so. I mean, the way you're making it sound, I thought he let himself go. No, he could still pull it off.
I don't think so. I don't, and you know, he wants to play the role of Kratos because you know he voice acts and mocaps for him, and he wants to play the role in a live action. I'm just like,
I think he should.
look, Chris, I love you, but nah, man.
I'm for it. I'm Team Chris.
I'm Triple H all the way. Triple H, just grow that beard out, get back in the weight room like you used to before the heart attack. Do it.
Team Chris.
Team Trip. Anyways, back to the original.
Okay, so there's a show. Have you ever seen District 9, the movie?
No.
There's a show kind of like it, called Earth. Is it Earth Final Conflict? Oh, God. Alienation. I'm sorry. Earth Final Conflict is another show. Also good, where aliens come here to help us, but really they're trying to enslave us. Another Gene Roddenberry show. Really good. But Alienation is what I was thinking of. Alien refugees gets basically end up in Earth's orbit, and they're like, we don't have fuel to go anywhere else. We're stuck here. And so they start integrating society. And so the show's it's a cop show, procedural cop show, with one human and one of the aliens. And it deals with racism and all this stuff through a prism of looking at aliens.
Right.
Genius show.
You know what?
That's how you like sci-fi.
I do. But you know what show I've started watching and I absolutely love?
What?
It's called American
Gods?
American Gods.
Oh, I haven't seen the last season yet, but
I'm like a few. What is the part where he takes her, and it's a Muslim woman, and she takes him and into the Egypt.
Are you on the first season?
I think that's the first season. I've just started watching it.
I'm a quarter of the way through the novel by Neil Gaiman.
Oh yeah,
it's so.
I don't read.
Genius.
You ain't catching me reading.
Why?
Reading
it's like a whole world.
I'm gonna be 100% honest, and maybe this is a cop-out answer. I've got severe ADHD. If I'm not doing something with my hands, like video gaming, it's too. Nah. I'm talking about I gotta keep my hands going. Like when I game, I have like a show on, like going.
I do that too. Yeah.
You know, I can't. Reading for me, I hate when people, and this is going to sound bad, I hate when people hand me scripts, and you know, I'm just like, can you give me a cliff note?
You're in the movie business.
I know, I know it's bad.
Oh, so when I sent you that story, you never read it?
I did read it. I did read the story. I did read it, but. Like I got people handing me scripts and stuff saying they want me to read it and go over it with them, and like I probably shouldn't say this on the podcast in case they watch it, but like most of the time I don't read people's scripts or what you send me. I mean, cause like I really do try. I sit down with the best intentions to read it. Then I get bored and walk away.
Ironically enough, you're like, I've seen Star Wars, but I'm not a big fan. Star Wars is what got me into reading. I read some stuff before, like 7th grade, but I wasn't a big reader. I think the only thing I really read before that was Animorphs and Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, besides that, I was like, I don't really have any interest in books or anything. Like, those things are cool, and then comic books are cool. I didn't really like reading anything else. And then 7th grade, my teacher goes, you like Star Wars? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, there's a 7, 8, 9, right? And I was like, no, there's not. And he introduced me to Heir to the Empire. It's a novel. Mm-hmm. And he's like, this is what George Lucas said the next story was going to be. I read it, and then I just became obsessed with reading. It changed my life. My vocabulary is because of those books.
Right.
By time I finished 8th grade, I had a college level reading level.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. When I was in 8th grade, I had a college level reading. But you know, when I was growing up in school, I read so much. And once I hit high school, I was done. Oh man, I didn't want to touch.
I'm 300 books away from having my own library, because they say officially a library is like 1,000 books.
Yeah.
I'm almost there.
I'm trying to get there, man.
I'm trying to get there.
But I don't know, man. The older I've gotten, the less I want to waste my life reading. But
it's such a weird way to look at it.
It is, and I don't like myself for it. And I don't want you to sit here. I don't want anybody to sit here and think I endorse how I feel. But you know, if I had a choice between playing a video game about a book or watching a movie about a book, I would rather do that than pick up a book.
Dear God. Okay.
Now I read the Lord of the Rings books. I read the Silmarillion. You know,
those are on my list to read. I have them. I haven't read them yet. I read The Hobbit. The Hobbit was genius. I haven't read the Lord of the Rings books yet. But You show me a movie that's better than the book version.
There'll never be a movie better than a book version. And once you read The Lord of the Rings, you'll understand that. Because, watching Lord of the Rings and then reading Lord of the Rings.
I've read The Lord of the Rings. I've never read The Two Towers or Return of the King.
So you haven't read Lord of the Rings.
I've read
you read the Fellowship.
I read the Fellowship.
Exactly.
Of the Ring.
Yeah.
I'm a third of the way.
You're a third of the way. So when you get to the end of the Return of the King, you get to see how much they left out of the actual movie, and it really does kind of make you feel some type of way.
Oh, I have this argument with everyone who talks about those Harry Potter movies. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, a lot of people who like the Harry Potter movies never read the Harry Potter books.
No.
And don't
it shows because they all love Snape, and I'm like, you're a fucking psychopath.
Snape's a dick. Like in the books, Snape is a whole different character.
You read the books?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I had an ex-girlfriend who liked Snape, and I was like, this should have been a red flag that you were psychotic.
Yeah.
Why did I not see this?
But but I honestly think Harry. I didn't make it to the 7th book, but I made it to like.
My favorite is the 5th. I think the 5th book is the best.
Which one was the 5th?
One where they go to the Ministry of Magic, where everyone finds out Voldemort's back.
Yeah.
Sirius Black does.
Yeah. Okay, so what was that? That's not the Order of the Phoenix.
That is the Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah, so Order of the Phoenix was about as far as I've gotten.
Yeah, and that Order of the Phoenix to me is the best example of these movies suck.
Yeah.
It's the biggest book, the shortest movie.
It was.
How do
they
you
left
do
out
that?
so much. So much. But that's a big thing. Like
Umbridge making him write every time he writes, it cuts out of his hand.
Yeah.
Fred and George quitting school.
Yeah, to go create their own
magic
business.
shop. Yeah.
And like what a way to step on young men entrepreneurship, right? Like these guys, they weren't your typical society people. I mean, they literally left Hogwarts to create a magic shop, and it was such a. And then they just left out so much brutality that happened to Fred and George on there. So much brutality, and anyone who's like, oh, but I love which one died, Fred. Fred was the one that died. Oh, but I love George. But I'm like, in the book, so much more happened to them. So much more, and so. But like I say, I haven't read a book.
You should read the last one. You've read all the rest. Just finish it.
My ADHD, man, I can't.
Listen to the audiobook.
I've been trying to get more into audio. Like audiobooks, I feel like I've been working on trying to get into.
Because there's so much more depth in the books than in the movies.
Yeah. But that's a big reason why I love video games. Like, I wish they'd start making more. Instead of going the book route, the movie route for books, I really think video games should be turned into books because you can.
Show. Harry Potter's going to do a TV show now, and I'm like, I think you could
but
get
that
a lot
failed.
closer.
No. Did you not watch the new Lord of the Rings?
That had nothing to do with the books, though. That was.
That's my point. Like, you're not going to be able to.
I think you could get closer than you can in the movies.
Well, you're not stuck to a 4-hour time limit.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
You didn't like the Lord of the Rings show?
No, I hated it.
I liked it.
It spit on, but I've read the books and it spit on all of us. It was just
Was any of that in the books? Was that in the Sumerian or
no?
Oh.
It was an absolute hogwash of bullshit.
Well, Amazon spent billions of dollars. What were they going to do? Not make Lord of the Rings content? You know how much those rights cost them? Like, it's insane.
That series, I watched the first, second episode, and I was like, "Fuck this shit. This is stupid." That's why it's not getting a season 2.
I thought it was.
Nah, man, they canceled it.
Oh.
It cost them more because remember how they got Amazon packages and they were pimping it out on the side. It cost them more than what it brought in. Last time I heard, it wasn't coming back for a second season.
Do you watch any Amazon shows?
I don't have Amazon. Well, I do, but I don't. No.
Gen V just came out.
I take that back. What is what's that one where the superheroes are bad?
The Boys.
The Boys.
Yes. So what I just said, Gen V just came out. That's the spinoff.
Is it?
It's about the school that all the superheroes go to.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Oh, it's 4 episodes in. fucking genius.
I'm gonna have to check it out because man, the boys. I'm like, we just finished the first season.
I forgot the aqua guy, the water dude. He has a cameo in the show.
I hated that guy.
Yeah, he has a cameo. Oh, so you only see the first season?
So me and Lauren, we watched the whole first season. We binged it.
Yeah.
And then we were gonna start the second season, and then we just got busy with other stuff.
Oh, so I think they're done with season 3.
Okay,
so watch those 2 seasons and then watch Gen V.
I'm gonna have to because man, we still trying to figure out now that we just spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen The Boys. We just found out, and I knew it. His son, that he had a son, and the dude's wife was still alive. I knew it. I called it.
Oh, it's so good. You ever watch Supernatural?
No, and you're all right. This is gonna cause some backlash here, but I'm gonna say it live on camera because I got some friends who are Supernatural fans. Turn away from me, John. Don't look at me. The only people growing up that I saw watch Supernatural was women.
It's because he's young. Supernatural came out when we were already full grown.
Oh, I never got into it. I never watched I've never watched one episode. It was cheesy.
If you stop Supernatural 10 minutes before the ending of the season finale of season 5, one of the best shows ever made. They didn't do that, so nowhere near the top 20 list. But if they had,
I've always been enticed to watch it. I'm a huge Jeffrey Dean Morgan fan.
He's Jonathan Winchester. They gave him a show. Well, no, they gave his character a show. Another actor playing him as a young guy. Mm-hmm. It's not as good. It only lasted a season, but I liked it. But Supernatural has 5 brilliant seasons. Eric Kripke invented it. Dude is a genius. Great show. But then the ending of the episode, because he's like, I want to do 5 seasons. This is my story. I want to be in and out. He came in, did his story. He's like, I'm out. They said, but we want to keep going. He's like, no, we're done. He said, we're going to keep going. So they added on an ending to his episode. And then that spun 10 more seasons, of which 5 were garbage. Oof. And that's where you say, like, all I know are women. That's when the women fandom in the show just skyrocketed. Yeah. And then the last 5 seasons were all right.
I mean, I've seen some clips on TikTok about it.
First 5 seasons are great.
The clips that I've seen just didn't look, appealing to me.
First 5 seasons were great. Yeah. But I only brought it up because, you watched Smallville.
Yes.
So Lana's coach boyfriend, he's also on Supernatural. That's why I brought up Supernatural.
Okay, got it.
He's on The Boys season 3.
Oh, got you.
So that's why I brought up Supernatural, because I figured, Dean, but you've never seen it.
Yeah.
So, but he was the coach boyfriend on Smallville.
Okay, got it. Because I'm
he was also on Dark Angel. You ever watched Dark Angel? Mm-mm. You've never seen Dark Angel?
No.
Oh man, it's only 2 seasons.
Wait,
James
that
Cameron.
was back in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Jessica Alba.
I watched the first 4 episodes, maybe.
Okay. Well, he comes in on season 2.
Okay, that's probably why. I just,
Jessica Alba, man. You want to talk about high? Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba, she did her thing, for a while there, because she came out in Honey.
She's like a billionaire now.
Yeah, and now she doesn't need to act. She invested her money correctly, and then dipped out.
Rich.
But that's the same as you say Jessica Alba, and who correlates to me with Jessica Alba is Mendez. Eva Mendes is because they came out in the early 2000s doing their thing, and Eva Mendes she banks bank. She don't even need to act no more. She just does shit for the fun of it now.
Yeah.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
But Dark Angel's good. You should watch Dark Angel.
5 more seconds.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna talk about the Fast and Furious series at a later date.
Oh, that could be the whole. I've never seen the cartoon, but all the movies, I got you.
I got you. Yeah, except for 9 and 10 because I didn't watch 9 and 10.
Yeah, why? Do I drop this bombshell now or do I drop it later? But better luck tomorrow. Does that mean anything to you? Oh, the Fast and the Furious episode is gonna be fun. Don't look it up.
Is that in one of the new ones?
No, it's an old one, but
Better Luck Tomorrow. I've seen them all, except for 9 and 10.
Better Luck Tomorrow.
What is the one with the submarine comes up? That's 8, right?
That's 8.
Okay, that was the last one I seen. Better Luck.
How far are we into the?
45 minutes.
Let's end this one and let's do a third one about Fast and the Furious.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Hold on. Before we dip out, your most goated TV show.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy's pretty good. I can't top Buffy, but for me,
we'll do another episode next time about sitcoms.
Okay.
Because I just like that. That felt like too specific a thing that I was like, well, we should stick with sitcoms. We're gonna talk about sitcoms.
Okay. I think sitcoms is what I just grew up watching.
Grew up watching, yeah.
Yeah, you know. But since he allowed it, Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World is one of my favorite shows of all
Goated.
time. I've seen it all the way through like 5 times.
If you don't appreciate the background writing of how Corey and Topanga and the brother Eric, if you don't appreciate how the storytelling differs from season 1 to season 2 and on, you don't get the right to talk to me.
Boy Meets World is your favorite show of all time.
It would have to be.
So here's the question, because so many people I know love Boy Meets World and they always get this wrong. How many siblings does Sean have?
Ooh, that is a good question. So I know he has.
Everybody gets that wrong.
Oh, we're talking about his half brother.
Oh, all of his siblings are halves.
Is right.
Well, no.
There's Jack.
There's Jack.
And then there was the 2 sisters he had.
He had one sister.
One sister.
And then he had a brother who was a half brother who stole the camera.
So
3.
Yeah.
But everyone always forgets because everyone remembers Jack because he was a main character.
Right. But
everyone forgets about the brother and the sister who's never seen.
Never, but mentioned. Yes.
And I think once or twice. Once. Yeah.
Season 2.
Because the hair. Mm-hmm. When they're doing the hair, he's like, "Oh, my sister said to do this."
Yeah. See, I'm right there with you.
So many people forget about that. Some people remember the brother, but no one remembers the sister.
Yeah, it's like it's so easy to miss.
Because it's just reference.
One episode reference.
Which really doesn't make sense because when the mother runs off and the father chases them and where the fuck did the sister go?
But it's also like Corey and the little sister. Like, the little sister just vanishes.
And then comes back. And was like, I got punished. I know you said before you didn't like Girl Meets World, right?
It didn't hit like it like.
Did you see the last episode?
I've seen all 3 seasons.
So the last episode when they're all saying goodbye and the Megans kept like tagging off. Yeah. I thought that was funny because there's 2 actresses. They just kept tagging off.
But yeah, man, Boy Meets World, goated.
I love Goldman. I can't argue with that one either. That's just fucking brilliant.
I mean, Buffy's right up there as well. I can't. It's gonna be hard to outdo Buffy, and I love Smallville, and even I know Smallville isn't gonna be catch up to Buffy.
But Boy Meets World, I mean, I can't argue with that either. That's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
Topanga was my childhood crush.
Everyone's
Topanga. Like Kelly Kapowski, and it's like Kelly Kapowski's gorgeous, but she's not gorgeous. Topanga.
No one is Topanga. Even Topanga now, Danielle Fisher.
Oh, I mean, have you seen her Maxim?
Bruh. I'm married. But I love you, Lauren. I love you, Lauren.
But all right, I'm Jonathan.
Daniel Fisher, call me Jason.
All right, give us legends.
Later.